in old St. Louis. By the age of 4, Dad knew he was the best little crack shot the West had ever seen. By the time he reached pubescence, he could outshoot all the adolescents west of Durango and north of Abilene. Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas, famous gunslinging deputy. Freddy Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas, frontier hero to be. Then one day young Freddy Pharkas stared at eyes as black and dark as night, the eyes of an outlaw well known throughout the West. Oh, the tough kid's name was Kenny, and he outdrew Freddy Pharkas when he shot Freddy's ear off to prove who was the best. Now our hero Freddy Pharkas, with wounded pride and earless carcass, vowed to the heavens to give up gunnery. He'd be better off, he reckoned, with a lifelong dream that always beckoned pencils, not pistols, and pharmacology. Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas, highest score on his SAT. Freddy Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas, 5-year college degree. After Fred matriculated, got his PhD and graduated, moved out to Coarsegold and bought a pharmacy. Now he's a real prescription writer, and they don't know he's an ex-gunfighter. Locked up his memories, repressed them totally. But his peaceful new survival soon was shot to hell upon arrival of Coarsegold schoolmarm, the sweet Penelope. She has captured Fred's affection, but he's scared he'll get a huge rejection. Can't bear to tell her just what he used to be. Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas, frontier pharmacist bourgeoisie. Freddy Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas, peerless, earless, and free.
Freddy Pharkas? You was asking about Freddy Pharkas? The man what saved Coarsegold, only nobody knowed it was him? Why, just hop up here on old Whitland Willie's lap, and I'll tell you all about it. Ow, carnsarn it, a bit more to the right. That's got it. Sit right there. Oh, no, thank you. Now, if I remembers this right, it's been quite a few years. My brain's getting a mite rusty. Oh, that's right. It all started when Freddy went to open up the pharmacy one day, way back in the spring of 1888, as I recall.
Once Lucky was as coordinated as any other mongrel, but that was before he had that run-in with the owl at the west end of town. Now he hates the owl as much as the rest of us. The door to the hotel is locked. The hotel was shut down unexpectedly. This put a total of 2 desk clerks and 5 working girls out of jobs. Fortunately, there weren't any maids, or they'd have been fired too. You are surprised to see Billy, the town handyman, boarding up the Dirty Sheet Hotel. Billy, the town handyman and jack of all trades, is boarding up yet another Coarsegold business. the Dirty Sheet Hotel, the finest hostelry in all of eastern Madera County. Okay, so maybe it was only the best after that other hotel was shut down, but in its day, the Dirty Sheet was really something.
Say, Billy, when did the old Dirty Sheet fold?
Oh, good morning, Mr. Pharkas. Why, just yesterday. It was a surprise to me, too. Nobody told me nothing about it until they gave me these boards.
You do your Peepin' Freddy routine with the hotel window. Furtive shadows steal across the walls inside. What little light seeps into the hotel plays teasingly at vague forms and shapes. How nauseatingly poetic. Mom's front porch is almost as large as her rear entry.
Morning, Helen.
Freddy Pharkas, since when are we on a first-name basis? Only my closest friends may call me Helen. You and I are acquaintances, nothing more. Therefore, you should address me as Mom.
Land's sake, I'm sorry, Mom?
That's better. Now, what'd you want?
Well, when I remember, I'll let you know.
Honestly, some people.
It's Hopalong Singh, Helen's faithful cook from the Far East. He used to work as a professional chef for a chain of Ponderosa restaurants.
Howdy, Hop. How's the restaurant business?
Pretty slow. Not much business. Seem like town closing up and blowing away.
You've noticed that too, have you?
Oh yes. First old abandoned mine, then assay office, then post office, then tall and thin shop, then theater, yesterday hotel. What next?
Well, I intend to get to the bottom of this.
Maybe hurry before Mom's next to go. Hop Singh not want to lose his job.
Rumor has it that Helen Back keeps the heads of her 3 dead husbands somewhere behind the Melmac plates and dishes in that china cabinet. It's an old empty can of P&W beans, the firm, crisp beans that smell as savory on the way out as they do on the way in.
Hey, Mom, would you mind if I took this empty can?
If you must, I suppose there's more where that came from. In fact, I insist you take it. Get it out of here. I'm sick of the sight of it. Score!
You won't need any of that corn. You're getting enough corn playing this game. This is a bottle of Mom's home-pressed apple cider. Mom is merciless to those poor apples. As she turns the press, she screams, "Die, you suckers, die!" It won't be worth taking till it's hardened. Funny, that's what Madam always says. Rain barrels are such an important aspect of life in an arid, drought-scourged landscape like this. Water running off the building's roofs is channeled through gutters and downspouts into storage. Oh, wait a minute. This is just an old whiskey barrel. Forget it. No, no, no. Tuesday is your turn in the barrel. Once the heart of a thriving business district, there's not much left of beautiful downtown Coarsegold now. Sam Andreas owns and runs the Golden Balls Saloon. He's smart, savvy, and generous to a fault. Sam has stocked the bar with every brand of cheap rotgut listed in the Mr. Fresno's Saloon Keeper Guide. De Viper venom-flavored schnapps, Granny's Walker Black, MD 20W40, Cuddly Shark blended botched whiskey, Wild Smoked Turkey, Harold's Bristle Cream Slurry, oh, and a bottle of David Bowie, a sweetened liqueur.
Well, if it ain't Sam Andreas, the bartender's bartender.
If it's not, I'm having a severe identity crisis.
How the heck are you?
Tolerably well. Yourself?
Can't complain. Pharmacy business seems to be pretty good lately.
Well, the pharmacy business has always been a little too interesting for me to hear about, so, don't be a stranger.
A beautiful mural from the starving artists of Oxnard. They used to hold sales a couple of times a year over in the lobby of the Dirty Sheet Hotel. This is the world-famous Golden Balls stage. Most days you can find major vaudeville acts here bringing their own unique brands of music, comedy, dance, and magic to the deserving folks of Coarsegold. Some of the more popular acts include The Amazing Baloney, Bruce the Singing Sashaying Cowboy, Mimi, Dottie, and Franny, the singing Siamese triplets with a little back trouble, and Young Dogies in Love. It's Neville Shute, the piano player. He's doing the best he can.
Play it, Neville.
Neville, in order not to lose track of the piece he's playing, says nothing. However, he raises his eyebrows as if to say, "Certainly, sir, I'll be happy to play whatever selection you'd care to hear, and what's more, I'll make this old piano sound like a whole orchestra." It's old Doc Dizzy Gillespie. He's been drinking again. Must be office hours.
Doc! Hey, Doc!
Huh? What's that?
Are you drunk again?
Me? Drunk? Never. I'm as sober as the day I was plowed off my ass. I mean, the day I was born.
It's Doc's whiskey glass, mostly empty right now. You pick up the whiskey glass.
Score!
Three mean-looking hombres sit up close to the stage. Upon closer examination, you see that they're drinking wine spritzers. Maybe they're not so mean after all.
Welcome to Coarsegold, strangers. I haven't seen you around these parts before. You new in town?
You hear the unmistakable sound of grinding and cracking teeth. You hear the splitting, tearing sound of six severely chapped lips curling up in ugly sneers. You hear the pop of knuckles as three trigger fingers flex in readiness. You decide your friendly, offhand comments have been misinterpreted. It's a moose head, the only domestic brand Sam serves. It's a likeness of Chastity, one of the girls over at Madame Overy's. She's so lifelike you feel as if you could just reach out and touch her. And you'd save $2 that way, too. This looks suspiciously like a door. Some old empty half kegs are sitting outside the saloon.
Score!
You pull the ice pick out of the barrel and gingerly place it in your pocket. Just don't bend over suddenly or you'll circumcise yourself. Of course, that won't be any skin off your nose. Don't bother trying to open the barrels. They're empty. There's nothing left but the smell. A colorful poster for Nun-style beer hangs on the back of Mom's cafe. Nun-style beer, pure brewed in God's country, now in redeemable bottles. Somebody posted a flyer here trying to convince the town council to bring co-ed rodeo to the Sanjokin Valley. You've got a great eye for memorabilia. Unfortunately, it won't be a collectible for another 100 years. Wow, some of Dad Gum's magic elixir. This stuff can be used to cure a wide variety of conditions, the foremost being sobriety. Score! You surreptitiously swipe the elixir, looking around to see if anybody's watching. Fortunately, nobody is. You can't reach them. There's nothing in them. They're not your property. They'd crumble if you touch them. Basically, you're too lazy. Hop-along sings in the kitchen cooking up a storm or something equally inedible.